Hello, a warm welcome to the most authoritative sporting channel here on social media. This is your boy Matt. Today's episode is quite interesting because I'll be talking about one of the greatest boxing cards in history. It will be headlined by Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, where they rematch each other for the battle for ultimate supremacy in the light heavyweight division. As Artur Beterbiev won the first edition in a controversial scoreline, but the fight card is stuck. I'll be talking about it in this episode. But before I do remember to hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon, express your views in the comment section, and share this video with anyone who loves boxing. Now, let me go to the first fight of the evening, and it's going to be between two top 10 light heavyweights of the world. So, if the card is going to be headlined by two top 10 light heavyweights in the world, then you should know that as the fight goes on, there would be display of ultimate boxing talent. And the first fight of the evening would be between my hometown native Joshua Boache and Callum Smith. This is quite an interesting one. This is not the fight most British boxing fans were hoping for. They wanted to see Boache in there with Anthony Yarde, but Yarde has a lot of issues outside the ring, and he is on a fight by fight basis with Boxer now. But let's see how things would go if we are able to get that fight back. Now we are having Boache face Callum Smith. Callum Smith has lost twice in his career, having fought 32 times, winning 30 of those fights. The only people he has lost to is Saul Canelo Alvarez, when Saul Canelo Alvarez challenged him when he was unified champion in the super middleweight division and beat him. Then when he moved up to light heavyweight division, he lost to the ultimate technician in the person of Dimitri Bivol. Whilst Boache has not been beaten in 19 fights, he remains undefeated. His last bout against Willie Hutchinson was quite a cagey one, but this particular bout would be for the WBO interim heavyweight champion. That means that the winner of this bout would get an opportunity to fight the winner of the main bout of the evening, Dimitri Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. Now let me go to the second fight card, and it is between two interesting heavyweights. One who has been underrated, Aji Kabayel, then one who challenged himself in his latter days, got in boxing, being an Olympian silver medalist, later bronze medalist, then now becoming a heavyweight contender over 40 years. The Chinese power, Zhili Big Bang Zheng, is quite an interesting fight here. His record is quite interesting, as Zhili has fought 30 fights. He has won 27, losing twice and drawing one. His first fight he lost was to Philip Hegovich. Then he also ended up losing to no other than Joseph Parker, who is also fighting on this particular card. But let me take it step by step. Whilst Aji Kabayel, the Turkish German, has never lost a fight, he is quite a revelation on this Riyadh season card, because we have when he won the European Championship, we heard that Tyson Fury wanted to fight him, but there was a lot of critic about Aji Kabayel not being a top talent as at that time. But on this Riyadh season card, he has fought Madrimov, oh sorry, not Madrimov, but the Russian Lion. Then he has also fought no other person than the Cuban Flash Sanchez, which he has won all those fights remarkably with a stoppage. So he is looking like a tactical boxer who has come to reveal himself to the world, and he against Zhang can headline anywhere in the world. And I think that this is a very good card, and this is a very interesting matchup, as both of them were said to have dogged Martin Bakoli. But a special video about Martin Bakoli later. But let me talk about the next card after that, and it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one because Israel Madrimov would be fighting on the Tyson Fury versus Alexander the Cat Usyk undercard, and he is also fighting on the undercard of Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol. So that means maybe he has suffered an injury, and there may be doubts that he may not turn up for December 21st. So let's see, maybe the S bar. I don't think that his team, it would be more appropriate for them to headline or schedule two bouts on a row for him because um he would need proper preparation against an operator like Virgil Ortiz, though he is the naturally bigger man against Virgil. Virgil has stated that he has sparred him and he has had the better of him several times in sparring. So that's that is quite an interesting bit between Virgil Ortiz and Israel Madrimov. And Virgil Ortiz has constantly struggled to make 147, but he wanted to do that when he come face to face against Jerome Booth Ennis, but Jerome Booth Ennis and his team did not accept the fight. Hence, Israel Madrimov being pinned there for 155. That is why I am doubting that Israel Madrimov would be fighting on the Tyson Fury versus Alexander the Cat Usyk card. And Madrimov is a former champion at 154. He is the person whom um Terence Crawford beats to become a four division world champion. Then this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. The next bout of the evening, then one of the sensation of Riyadh season. Yes, Hamzam Shirez. Hamzam Shirez would be coming face to face with Carlos Adams. I think that this is quite an interesting fight. I heard of Carlos when he recently beat Julian Williams. Yes, when he beat Julian Williams via TKO, that was when I first watched him. I think that Hamza Shirez would beat him in a comfortable manner. Hamza Shirez is a boxer puncher, and he has a decent boxing IQ, and I think that he should come up as victorious at the end of the day. But this is not my final prediction. This is just my preliminary thought on one of the greatest boxing cards in history. Now let's take a look at the next one. Shakur Stevenson would be putting his WBC world title on the line, and in this particular fight, somebody's all would have to go because Floyd Scofield is undefeated. I think he has about 18 fights, while Shakur Stevenson is undefeated in 22 fights. So, but Shakur Stevenson has been a three division world champion, and I think that Schofield and his team are doing him a great service because this is an opportunity a young pugilist must be jumping at. If he wants to make his name in the world of boxing, these are the type of fights you should be challenging yourself with. Yes, I think that Shakur is favorite to win, but depending on the performance of Floyd, depending on the performance of Floyd, he can become a big name or a star on the Riyadh season card, where His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh would give him the opportunities, depending if he's able to show a lot of bravery. And I think that this is a very good card. And if Shakur underestimates Floyd, it is at his own peril. Then the co-main event of the evening would be for the IBF World Heavyweight Championship between no other than Joseph the Spider Parker and Daniel Dynamite Dubois. This is quite an interesting matchup. Why do I say it's an interesting matchup? If we all remember, before Daniel Dubois fought Big Baby Miller, it was rumored that he was supposed to fight Joseph Parker, where Daniel Dubois rejected the fight because of the movement of Joseph Parker. I think Joseph Parker has gotten better ever since. If you look at the Joseph Parker track record, beating Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder and Zhili Zhang in his last two fights, that is quite a remarkable performance. But that is not to take away any shine from Daniel Dynamite Dubois, as he has also been victorious and have faced mega names in the boxing circle in the person of Anthony AJ Joshua, whom he stopped in 5 rounds. Then he stopped Big Baby Miller in the last round. He even he even stopped Philip Hegovic. So I think this was a decent run to prepare Daniel Dynamite Dubois for the matchup against Joseph Parker. But I think that Joseph Parker will be coming into this fight as favorite. As Joseph Parker, he is not invincible. So I don't think that he would stand flat-footed in order to trade with Daniel Dubois. That would be a very, very dangerous night for Joseph Parker if he does that. But if he decides to dance around the ring, which was the reason why Daniel Dubois rejected the fight in the first place, I think that it would be a very long night for Daniel Dubois because Joseph Parker would be moving and throwing fairies, and that would be uh, catching Daniel Dubois off guard, and that would cause him lots of problem. And I think that this would be an asset test or a confirmation of the new Daniel Dubois. If he's able to come out victorious of this fight, then he can brag himself and cement his name as one of the top three heavyweights of the current generation. But the main bout of the evening is going to be a rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. This is interesting because this is going to be the main event, and these are two Russians. And it's the first fight was quite a close one. Dmitry Bivol was boxing on the back foot, whilst Artur Beterbiev was showing more aggression. But Dmitry Bivol held his own in this particular fight because he is the only man Artur Beterbiev has not managed to knock out in his entire career. Dmitry Bivol has a record of 23 wins, 1 loss, and that loss is to Artur Beterbiev, whilst Artur Beterbiev has a record of 21 wins, no draw, no losses, with 20 knockouts. The only person he could not get out of the ring is Dmitry Bivol. Will he be trying to correct all that wrong in this particular fight, having been able to knock out every man he has faced? And will Dmitry Bivol be able to correct the one red mark on his record? All that will be played in this particular fight. But I think that Artur Beterbiev would come in into this fight quite more prepared because the last fight he came in after having a knee surgery, and in February by that time the knee would have healed proper and he would have had a feel of Dmitry Bivol, and it would be a much different fight from the first one, which was a very, 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 very entertaining fight by all standards. Whilst Dmitry Bivol would now have the judgment and the power of the Artur Beterbiev and would know how to operate. Would he be able to regain all the belts from Artur Beterbiev? It would be an interesting fight to watch on the 22nd of February at Riyadh. I think it will be happening at the Kingdom Center. I think that kudos to all the promoters for making this fight. Bob Arum, Tom Brown, Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, Benjamin Shalom, and Frank Warren. I think that this is what His Excellency Turki Ashik has been doing, and no one has been able to match up with him so far. He is a good revelation for boxing, and he has also put a cap on upcoming pay-per-view fights going forward. So all these are amazing news that would help develop the sports of boxing. This is your boy Matt. If you have not subscribed to the channel up to this point, then you are mistaken. This is the right time to hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon, express your views in the comment section, and share with anyone who loves boxing. Take note, your greatness has no limits. Au revoir. Bye bye.